Major Russell Wilson rumors to discuss here on the Zakria Sport, plus the Kansas City Chiefs. Just got some bad news, and quite frankly, it's the news that everybody needs to see. Today, I'm Mitchell Wren, host of the Raiders Report, and if you're looking for Raiders videos every single day, make sure you click that subscribe button. If you're looking for me to break down The Sopranos or Scarface, definitely not the channel for you. Seriously though, Chugs and we're going to be live here in a few hours. We're going to be live for the Bills Chiefs game. We're going to be rooting on Bills Mafia. Who knows? I might even go through a table hit, that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, but I promise you, I think a lot of y'all might be. We'll talk about the Russell Wilson thing here in a moment. But the Chiefs thing, you got to listen to that. And if you have a Chiefs friend, make sure you send them this video or just tell them the bad news because I don't know if they even know yet. So this morning, the very first thing that I saw was a report from Ian Rappaport, and it said this: Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson have remained close, and Will is a strong option in Las Vegas to me, and, I always get trolled where I'm like, where there's smoke, there's fire. But think about how much conversation is already going on around the Raiders, bringing in Wilson, who hired Pete Carroll, essentially, 48 hours ago. I mean, we've seen Rapp put out multiple reports. Now we've seen Sheer talk about it. The Athletics, Jeff. How is probably the most respectable guy over there at The Athletic? In terms of like the big-time reporting on everything, where Chef's ESPN, Ian Rappaport, NFL Network, Jeff Howell for NFL stuff, is The Athletic. And he said, and this, again, was right when it happened, The Athletic's Jeff Howell and the possibility of quarterbacks, Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll reuniting, said, quote, with Carroll taking over the Raiders. One name I have heard to watch a quarterback. Russell Wilson, they have mended fences per source, and Wilson could be a stopgap, while the Raiders develop a long-term answer. When you hear all of that stuff, I think it aligns exactly with what Tom Brady is trying to do with this quarterback, and he wants to have whoever we bring in. Maybe it's this season, maybe it's next year, but they want to be able to bring in a QB and have them learn, because that's what Tom did. I know, it's not exactly what Russ did, but the pieces that they put together for Pete Carroll, pieces that they put together at general manager, and John Spytek what Tom Brady wants. It's kind of aligning like that, and I almost wonder if Pete walked into that meeting room. Because again, the biggest reason why I was saying, oh, Dion could be a safe choice is because you know for a fact you're going to get Shader Sanders. No, for a fact. And for the Raiders, they were probably sitting here going, man, I'm worried that we might not be able to get a quarterback. And if this new head coach, when he interviews, can prove that he's going to be able to bring in a QB, that should be our top option, because it was always reported that Pete was a big name to watch. That was a fact that Pete was always a name to watch. So I wonder when Pete went in, he goes, hey, I'm going to be able to bring Russ in because the wheels are already turning very, very quickly, where, it was like as soon as that, last week when the Lions lost, like the amount of time that happened between Lions losing and Ben Johnson getting hired was the proof of, yeah, Ben Johnson was probably always going to end up going to Chicago. The amount of rumors, the amount of quick things that are happening, the moment Pete Carroll got the job here for the Raiders, and it's linking to Russell Wilson, who is going to be a free agent. This off-season, timing is everything in the NFL, and this timing to me is very, very interesting. So, here's my question out there. I know Russell Wilson is not a popular figure amongst the nation. I was literally just listening to The Crosby Show the other day, and he was like listing his top 5 quarterbacks that he likes to sack. Number 1 was Mahomes. I want to say number 2 was Justin Herbert. I believe 3 was B-Nix, which AFC WQBs. Number 4 was Russell Wilson. And number 5, I want to say you said Lamar Jackson, but Who knows? Maybe one of those QBs that Max likes to sack is ends up on our team here with Wilson. So here's going to be my question of the nation. Would you be excited if the Raiders signed Russell Wilson? Yes. No, this is going to be the pin comment here on today's show. You're about to get hit with the YouTube ad breaks, so scroll on down and give me your answer. My answer is yes and no. And it's a shitty answer but at the same time, that's what it needs to be. My answer is yes. If there is a plan in place, and what is the plan if it's to use Russ as a bridge quarterback, then I don't think it's a bad idea at all. And I had this conversation yesterday